Create an identity that drives your goals. Introduction: the story you live by. In every life, there is a quiet story playing in the background, a story about who we think we are. Some people say, "I'm not confident, I'm not disciplined, I always give up." Others say, "I learn quickly, I'm improving, I'm becoming stronger." These aren't just statements, they are identities, and identity shapes destiny. This audiobook is about becoming the kind of person whose actions naturally move toward success, not because of pressure, but because of who you are becoming on the inside. Take a deep breath, relax your shoulders, and journey with me as we explore the power of identity. Chapter 1: The Power of Who You Believe You Are. Imagine two people standing at the starting line of life. Both have dreams, both have goals, both want change. But one quietly believes, "I always fail," while the other believes, "I am capable of growth." The difference between them is not talent or luck or intelligence. The difference is identity. Because we rarely act against the story we believe about ourselves. If you see yourself as lazy, you behave lazily. If you see yourself as disciplined, you begin to act with discipline, even on the days when it feels difficult. Identity guides behavior. And every meaningful change in life begins not with a goal, but with a new sense of who you are becoming. Chapter 2: David's Turning Point. Let us step into David's story. David struggled in school. He tried, he failed, he promised to do better, and then he slipped back again. Every time he looked at his books, he sighed and said, "I'm just not a school person." That sentence became his identity. One afternoon, a teacher spoke gently to him and said, "David, instead of trying to get good grades, try becoming someone who respects learning." That night, David thought deeply. He didn't create a strict schedule. He didn't study for hours. He simply whispered to himself, "I am someone who takes learning
seriously." And the next day, he made one small change. He reviewed his notes for 10 minutes. He asked one question in class. He started sitting closer to the front. Each small action became a vote for a new identity. Day after day, week after week, studying stopped feeling like punishment. It began to feel natural because it was now part of who he was. His grades improved, but more importantly, David changed the story of himself. Chapter 3: Goals versus Identity. Goals say, "I want to lose weight. I want to save money. I want to become confident." But identity says, "I am someone who takes care of my body. I am disciplined with my money. I am a person who speaks with courage." Goals create direction. Identity creates consistency. A person who wants to run may quit when tired, but a runner keeps going because running is part of who they are. A person who wants to write waits for inspiration, but a writer writes even when it's difficult. When identity shifts, action becomes natural. Chapter 4: Tehila Learns to Speak Up. Now meet Tehila. Tehila was quiet, always in the background. She knew answers in class, but kept her voice silent. Inside, her identity whispered, "I'm not confident. I don't speak well." One day, during a mentoring session, she was asked a powerful question. "Tehila, who would you be if fear was not your identity?" She paused, breathed slowly, and replied softly, "I would be someone who speaks with courage." From that moment, she didn't try to become a perfect speaker. She started small. She answered one question in class. She read aloud once a day. She practiced speaking clearly at home. Each moment felt scary, but each one was a vote toward a new identity. I am someone who speaks up. Weeks turned into months, and something changed. Her voice didn't just grow louder. Her heart grew stronger. Tehila didn't stumble into confidence. She built it through identity. Chapter 5. Identity is built through evidence. Identity is not created by wishes. It is built through repeated proof. Every time you exercise, you prove, I am an active person. Every time you read, you prove, I am a learner. Every time you choose discipline, you prove, I am responsible. You don't need perfection. You only need consistency. Each action casts a small vote for the person you're becoming, and day by day, the identity grows. Chapter 6. John and Michael, Two Different Roads. Two friends, John and Michael, both wanted to become better speakers. John focused on the goal. One day, I want to give a great speech. He watched videos, felt inspired, but rarely practiced. Michael took a different path. He said, I am someone who communicates with confidence. He didn't wait for a stage. He practiced in everyday conversations. He spoke clearly when greeting people. He answered questions in discussions. John relied on motivation. Michael relied on identity. Months later, an opportunity came to present. John stepped back in fear. Michael stepped forward, nervous but ready. The difference was not ability, it was identity. Chapter 7. Who must you become? Whenever you think about your dreams, don't only ask, what do I want to achieve? Instead ask, who is the kind of person that achieves this? If your goal is success in learning, become a disciplined learner. If your goal is emotional strength, become a calm and patient person. If your goal is financial stability, become wise, intentional, and responsible. You don't chase results, you grow into them. Chapter 8. Tiny Actions, Powerful Change. Identity transformation begins not with big dramatic effort, but with small, repeatable daily actions. 5 minutes of reading, a short daily walk, a healthier choice at lunch, speaking up once in conversation. Tiny behaviors whisper to the mind, this is who I am becoming. And slowly, the identity takes root. Chapter 9. Sarah's Journey of Self-Care. Sarah wanted to become fit. Her first goal was, I want to
wait. She tried hard for a week, then quit, then tried again, and quit again. She was chasing a result without changing identity. One day she paused and said, I am someone who takes care of my body. Everything shifted. She began stretching in the morning, walking in the evenings, drinking water, choosing meals thoughtfully, not as punishment, but as self-respect. Her identity changed first. Her habits followed. Her life transformed. Chapter 10. The Voice Inside. Deep inside, your mind is always speaking. Sometimes it says, I'm always late. I'm not smart enough. I mess everything up. But those statements are not destiny. They are scripts. And scripts can be rewritten. Replace I'm lazy with I am learning to become disciplined. Replace I'm not good at speaking with I am growing into a confident communicator. Identity is not fixed. Identity is built. Chapter 11. The 3 Levels of Change. There are 3 layers of transformation. Outcome, what you get. Process, what you do. Identity, who you believe you are. Most people only chase outcomes. But true change happens from the inside outward. When identity shifts, habits change, choices change, direction changes, life changes. Chapter 12. Becoming your future self. Picture your future self. More confident, more disciplined, more peaceful, more capable. Ask yourself, how does that version of me think? How does that version of me act? What small choices would that version of me make today? Then begin living like that person, now, in small, steady, humble steps. Transformation does not happen someday. It happens today, again and again. Chapter 13. Ethan and the Music Within. Ethan loved music, but rarely practiced. Whenever someone asked why, he shrugged, "I'm not really a music person. I just try sometimes." At a small workshop, the instructor said, "If you play for even 5 minutes a day, you're not trying. You are a musician in progress." Those words changed him. He picked up
his guitar every day. 10 minutes. No pressure, no excuses. Days turned into weeks. His rhythm improved, his confidence lifted. A friend asked, "What happened? You're getting really good." Ethan smiled and replied, "I stopped chasing a goal. I started becoming the kind of person who plays music." Identity led, and ability followed. Chapter 14. Your story is not finished. Your past does not define you. Your mistakes do not imprison you. Every day, you are casting votes for the person you are becoming. If you believe, "I am capable, I am growing, I am learning, I am getting stronger every day," your life will begin to reflect that belief. Identity shapes action. Action shapes destiny. Chapter 15. A new beginning. So as we reach the end of this journey, carry one question in your heart. Not only, what do I want to achieve, but who do I choose to become? And then, let every small action reflect that choice. Because you do not rise to the level of your goals. You rise or fall to the level of your identity. Build the right identity, and your goals will follow.